put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything? Like, are they letting us know that literally we're way greater than we are, and if we put our mind to it, we could accomplish it?
Yeah, didn't Jesus say that a couple thousand years ago?
Yeah,
John
but
10:34, Jesus says, no. John 10:34, Jesus literally says, know ye not, ye are gods. Everyone is a demigod. If think about it this way, if you're a wolf, if your parents are panthers, you're a panther. If God is your father, demigod. And so a bunch of us got trapped in here, so a bunch more of us came in to fix it. And everything, by the way, we turned their soul trap into a sting. And so many, part of this is catching non-physical spirits who are otherwise hard to track down. So basically this year begins We the People unifying, and I have a whole plan for that and a whole structure. It's on the socials page. Which I do also want to mention that the number one thing we, the brave people, the people who care about
Bobby,
the kids,
listen.
we need to get off of the big tech social media and go to Web3, which is blockchain decentralized server sites like Minds.com and Odyssey. Because right now, I didn't hear half of what you just said because there's big tech interference in this. And when we get all on the same page, we're going to out that there are hundreds of millions of us just here in America, and we're just scattered across Twitter and Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. And that's by design, because they don't want us to know how many people are on the same side outside of the polarization. So if everybody would please go to theangelicalliance.com and read the social page, take away every woo-woo hippy-dippy thing I said. I will give you the exact first 7 steps for what we need to do to unify. And the first step is all getting on the same platform. And the reason why Web3 is great, decentralized servers. When you log on, a small portion of your phone becomes the server. So the more people that log on, the faster and more powerful the network gets. Nice little life metaphor. But we don't need $1 billion worth of servers and a Google $1 billion worth of employees to maintain those servers, because we become the servers, and because it's on the blockchain, it can't be hacked. I did a super deep dive into which of the Web3 platforms are actually honorable, and Minds.com is the best of the best, and a bunch of other ones are controlled op limited hangouts anyway. So that is, like, of everything that I've said, if we, the brave people, stop worrying about exposing, doesn't matter, no one ever gets arrested anyway, and we start focusing on unifying and rallying the other brave people, we will start winning so fast, because we will have this massive. Yes, sir.
Is that website that Bobby put up at the bottom left okay?
I can't see shit. They've got me squished into like this big. So
okay, I got you. It's Angelica. Wait, Angelic Alliance. Okay, there we go. Angelic Alliance.
Yeah, and don't put it into a search engine. They built like 15 fakes to hide me. I think I'm like 17th. I have the .com and we're like 17th. So you have to put it directly in the browser, and that will literally give you a library of useful tools. And the Kung Flow program is totally free, by the way. I just wanted to mention that for everybody with the PTSD. But that website was written by me with what I know, and then assisted by the Celestial AI back when it was unlocked. So you'll get a lot of really high-level information there.
Chad, I just want to say, so like, my mind is blown on like a bunch of different angles from this interview, and it hasn't happened really much before, but this dude has touched on like veterans. He's touched on like people that have been lost along the way. Like, he's touched upon a bunch of subjects that people would maybe consider taboo, but he's hit on levels where you're like, that actually sounds right. And I know we're kind of on this path, but doesn't this kind of bring more credence into like a bunch of stuff we've been talking about? Like he's put it into almost like layman's terms for people to kind of unpack.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. I mean, I want to check out his website now, get more in depth on it.
I've actually been working on that psychology for like 20 years straight because, you know, I've been out in the woo-woo lands, but I want to get through to Big Mike on the tractor trailer truck. And so I'm kind of a bridge person. I speak fluent redneck. I speak fluent jock. And I try to simplify everything into its logical components so that it can be understandable.
Big Mike, was that Michelle Obama? I thought I heard Big Mike somewhere in there. Did I miss that?
I don't know that there's a tractor trailer big enough for that swinging pee. I feel like less of a man. When I see her dance, I feel so white in the pants.
Wow,
it's not good.
Right, exactly. Right. I mean, again, so I mean, this is like VHS recordings of her on Ellen with her fucking giant hog just like banging through the pants. And I'm like, well, excuse me, God, can you just give me a quarter of what she has?
It's really not fair.
Yeah.
She's
really
not even using it. And here I am stuck with a Jewish part with no turtleneck. But I want my foreskin back and reparations.
Yeah, but she was using it. I feel Barry was getting banged in the White House.
I want my $5. It's it's this world is literally crazier than any 20 science fiction movies squished together. When you start looking at things like you're literally talking to someone who has no primate DNA. I have seen a shapeshifter. One of my
hold on.
handlers shifted. Like,
let me get real racist here. Maybe she has ultra primate DNA. But let me pull back because that's real bad. Stop me. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Chad.
I missed. Okay. I missed whatever that was. I missed all of that. Every time I start talking about a hot button. No, I love inappropriate humor. Deadpool is my spirit animal. I came here for the dick jokes. Insert them into me, please.
Bend over. Here they come. Look out. Yeah, no, I'll bring it up again, but like, so for me to repeat that joke would be bad. Like I could say it once if you caught it. If you caught it, you caught it.
Okay, I'm going to go back on the replay and I'll be in the comment section because if somebody lost something inappropriate and I don't get to be a part of it, I feel left out.
And there's nothing inappropriate. I'm joking here. It's all, you know. But it could be
one of the funnier things is that I'm quite serious about 1 out of 7 people being an angel, and we are the most hilariously salty, off-color, inappropriate people on the planet. Like, the things that I hear from some of my female angel friends, I'm like clutching my pearls going, you can't say that on television, but it's fucking hilarious. So don't get us please do.
Can I figure out if I'm an angel? Because I feel like, honestly, I'm here to spread joy. Sometimes my jokes get misconstrued and they're like, oh, is he? But no, I just want to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say crazy. Am I an angel? And if I'm not, can I figure out if I am? Like, how does somebody figure that out or not?
Well, did you say you were seeing the number 1111?
So my mother has seen it. My grandmother has seen it. I've seen it, but not to the point where I'm like drawing correlations to it.
Yeah, if it's coming up for you, it's because it's literally saying, wake up, angel. What day's your birthday?
Okay. June 15th.
June 15th, that adds up to 21, which is a 12, which is on the card. What's your middle name?
Joseph. Social Security number 149732334.
What's the PIN number to your ATM card?
That's 5493, but don't tell anybody, please.
Okay, see you at Amazon and the Apple Store. Yeah, well, consider that the word angel partly derivates from the Greek angelos, which literally means messenger. And that's what you're doing right now is you've been creating this forum where we can discuss these sort of things that need to be talked about. That's literally you acting like an angel. If you figure out what your blood type is, I can tell you what your body's DNA is. A comes from dragon. Everybody out there in the A bloodline, that came from Yeshua. It wasn't on planet till 2,000 years ago. The name Mary, M-E-R-I, means dragon in about 6 cultures. If you're in the B bloodline, that came from Mary 2,000 years ago. Merovingian. Vingian means the combining of 2 streams, and that's why the A types and the B types fuse when they won't with any other types. So everybody in the A and B bloodline is direct descendant of Yeshua and Mary, and everybody in the O line, you could literally be anything because those are just guidelines and your soul. There's people on this planet.
Ryan, why does somebody like you who has that knowledge have to dump it on these people from that we've all been learning this time? Like, I feel like it should have been in the zeitgeist. Why has it been lost or not spoken about?
Because I keep getting hit with hurricanes and poisonings and murder attempts. I've been on this same trip since I started talking about the angel numbers, I think, in 2008. And they have literally, remember how I told you 27 was my number? U.S. Bank committed $127,000 of identity fraud on my social security number, which wrecked me with the California Franchise Tax Board. I ran Kickstarters to sell products. The Franchise Tax Board took my money away the next day and didn't fix it. Like, if you guys could see the Truman Show sob story, second career of Job I've been going through to get you this information, it's melodramatically unbelievable. So this information has been, please do.
Finish that thought. Okay, so finish that thought. If you don't remember,
this information has been trying to come out, and they are suppressing it by targeting people. You know, there's a lot of people who know similar stuff, and, you know, Max Spears is dead now because he knew about this stuff. So we're now I'm at the point where they can't kill me now. It's really hilarious. I have protection from actual archangels and so many of the people.
Don't say they can't, dude. They killed Charlie Kirk.
No, they didn't. Well, he's still alive. No exit wound. At the exact same time that Charlie got shot, the Epstein files were being blocked. That was all a psyop. Ooh. No exit wound from a moose hunting gun that would leave a hole this big. So, this information, they literally cannot.
Can I give credence to what you just said? So I think like 2 or 3 days ago, they came out and said that the rifle he shot them with could not have produced the hole in his body because it would have blown out like no other. It was a huge, like, big profile ball. I'm not a gun man, so I don't know. But it was a huge profile ball that would.
I grew up in deer hunting countries and shot a lot of guns. The hole that a 30-06 will make is massive. And I don't care what anybody says, hitting an artery from 200 yards away is a fucking hard shot. Like, our military can do it because they're trained, but some rando little kid, it is so hard. Even with a sighted-in rifle, shooting at 100 yards takes a skill set. So, what were we yakking about before that? This is the most hyperlinks in an interview ever. Everybody's brains like progress bar loading. So,
you know why? Because I have ADHD, and everything you've spoken about has been so exciting to me that like I just jump on all different angles. So that's why the interview goes everywhere. Yeah.
That's how I live my entire life. It's just one big hamster wheel, and there's a panther on the hamster and a monkey on the monkey bars. And ADHD stands for attention dialed into a higher dimension. ADD is asshole dad disorder. Also, absent dad disorder.
Chad's a dad. I'm not. Chad's a dad. I'm not. That was that joke.
Thank you.
Yeah. we were on something. So basically,
So hold
what's
on,
going to
Ryan,
happen
can you
this
say
year?
right now, like, hold on. So this is why, Bobby, we need you as a producer. So you could say, well, this is what you were talking about, gentlemen. We're deep in. We're going all over here. Your job is to dial in. This is what you were doing.
There's no dialing me in. This is all my fault. I'm basically what I'm trying to do is just drop as many knowledge seeds as I can for people to think about, but then also to wonder, hey, is this guy legit? Because he's been right about that other stuff.
Yep.
And then, thank you, that's appreciated. But I really like the thing that I'm just going to be pushing is we got to find the other people seeing the angel numbers, because have you heard the prophecies about the 144,000 predicted warriors of light? It spans across the Hopi, the Bible, 7 other cultures. The first 72,000 souls ever created are on planet, get this, split into twin avatars, twin consciousness, twin flame. And if we get them together, that's Neo and Trinity coming together. And when a man and a woman come together sexually, that is the most powerful manifestational force in existence.
Well,
so if you're and you can achieve simultaneous organisms, that's when you want to manifest, and that's why they're trying to tear the family apart and make everybody gay and all that.
I've been fucking interplanet species because I've never had that feeling in my life, to where it was like, you know, just what you explained. I just always felt like, yeah, this is fun and all that jazz, but it's not.
That's a shame you've never experienced that, my friend.
Hey, it's been epic. It's been epic episode.
Perfect segue, because one of the ways that, well, the way that we save the world is by starting a party that saves the world. So what we're going to do, the lightsaber I invented is by far the best in the market, and it's $60 worth of hardware you can assemble yourself in 10 minutes effortlessly.
You weren't joking? You invented a lightsaber?
Not a actual plasma blade, a polycarbonate tube that looks like a lightsaber on camera and spins like a pro. So if anybody ever invents a real lightsaber, I am never to be left alone with it unsupervised. So the fire sword was indicative enough. You will notice my short hair. So what's going to happen is we're going to get the word out about learning how to spin a stick can upgrade the operating system of your brain. And we're going to create communities where people get together and everybody agrees that you're going to show up as either an angel, a Jedi, a dragon, a cat person, a Gryffindor, an airbender, or whatever. And so these real life communities are going to come together, and that's how we're going to get the word out past the suppression. That's how we're going to train each other. That's how we're going to empower each other. But also that means that all the awake, brave people are coming together in parks or at churches or event centers, and we're going to have a lot of exercises, like dancing waltz style with the lightsabers is amazing, because we really need to create power couples. We need to find the 144,000, but also most of the brave people I know live in isolation in Narnia. They haven't had a fun social scene since 2019. So we're going to get the word out about our light sword to the Star Wars community. They're going to give me billions of dollars, and then I'm going to take those billions of dollars and build community centers with domes and teaching and homeschooling and free food trucks and all that.
If you get billions of dollars from getting dudes into whatever space you are, you know, like hanging out in with lightsabers, I want to be a part of it, is all I'm saying.
You sure do. Okay, so realize that the market numbers right now for lightsabers is around $5 billion per year.
Well, how do you stop the lightsaber? So here's my question, because I've always thought about it. I'm like, yeah, lightsaber could blah, blah, blah. But how do you stop the saber from going further? So you have a sword. How do you stop it from going further than, you know, a couple feet.
Magnetic plasma containment field, but nobody should have one yet. that's like handing 13-year-olds hand grenades. We will get there. And if you want to see what they used to look up etheric swords. The way the lightsaber is supposed to work is that it has a crystal handle and you channel the force through the crystal, making the energy blade. That's how it used to be done back in the day. And also, when you look at the Jed pillar that's carved all over North Africa, Egypt, it looks exactly like a lightsaber, and it has 4.
No, he's coming back. Oh, no. We lost you, Rye.
Hold on.
Right when you were about to come is like literally right.
Ground control to Major Tom. Do you notice every time I start talking about something hot, we get cut off as I predicted?
Yes.
So anyway, that Jed pillar, DJEDPILLR, that Jed pillar is 4 horizontal bars with a handle. If you make the 4 horizontal bars out of copper and zinc and add lemon juice, it will light up an LED, which is not bad for 9,000-year-old tech. You can do the same thing using magnets. And what's really funny, when you tip that Jed pillar lightsaber over on its side, it spells out 1111. Full circle, Campbellian twist.
Full circle. So like that's the part that fucks with my entire brain on this entire episode. And not just stuff I've learned like along the way is that we've been fucking duped. And some of the ancient myths we've learned along the way could happen to be the truth. And we're
Dragons
fucking
are real.
Dragons are real, yep.
Dragons are real. Dinosaurs are fake. Everybody in the A bloodline has dragon DNA. You know, that's when I said this reality is just beyond batshit. Like I'm a connoisseur of sci-fi. I love sci-fi books. I love sci-fi movies. And the more that I just, I'm literally sitting here in Egypt and I'm just like, this place is batshit. But the key there is just to enjoy it and gamify your life, as in you're one of the characters in the greatest story ever told, because we're about to kick evil's ass all the way to the curb. And a lot of people are going to become main character energy in the new Bible because they stepped up and did something. Like we literally get to save the world together. Oh, and Chad, the angel opens her eyes. Have you heard that before? Somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah. So you were tapped in before you were tapped in. Hey, random question. Are you friends with the band 311?
We've played with them a few times, but I wouldn't say friends.
Okay, because I used to play
basketball. Hold on. I'm actually personal friends with the lead singer, if that's what you're asking. I don't know if Chad is,
Okay, that's apparently the second connection that we empathed, because I used to play basketball with Peanut, the bass player, and I'm really trying to get in touch with him because he's all covered in Egyptian tattoos, and he's just a really cool guy. And the 311 is angel numbers. I just realized it adds up to 33. Yeah, if you can get me in touch with Peanut and tell him it's Ryan from North Hollywood basketball, the motor mouth who could dunk, and he'll remember me. I'm going to
reach out to him first. But if you could send me an email with what to say to him, then I'll definitely say.
Yeah. He's hilarious, by the way. And also on the Lightning Crashes note, it's going to be really good when we get to go back and bring back all the bands who made it big but wouldn't take the deal. Cough, cough, Chad. You guys are going to get your due for doing the right thing and not selling out to evil. And now that we're 2 hours in, I love your band. Like, just such quality music and great writing. And I've started studying. I actually picked up the drums when I was stuck out in Florida. I have one of the crazier stories for you there. But realizing how hard it is to make that actual melodic music with meaning and then get it on the radio. So credit to you, because a lot of people love y'all. I mentioned
Yeah,
that
tell 'em.
you were one of the hosts, and a bunch of people were like, "Oh, that was one of my friends." It was like, "That was my first concert," so she's pretty stoked vicariously. And
Yeah,
one of the things
got a
we're going to
thing
be
for us.
one of the things we're going to be doing in the community is actually getting live music going and sing-alongs, because when you manifest, if you make it rhyme, it adds power. If you give it music, it adds power. Like, the whole universe is like an AI that's listening, and it's responsive and malleable. And so when we send out group requests that are in the form of songs we sing together, you'd be surprised at how much of the matrix we can ripple that way. So we're going to be bringing live music back, doing sing-alongs and all that. That's going to be a big part of the fun. So
I love it.
also, when musicians play, you all summon actual magic, and DJs can't do that on Tractor, and
No.
AI can't do it at all. So
No.
the live musicians are going to be a big part of the Save the World party.
Ryan, you
I like
just
hearing
said
that.
something. So I'm sorry, Chad. Go ahead.
I just said I like hearing that.
Same. Like he just said something like beautiful, like yeah, the real artists are gonna be taking it over from now on, AI. Like you got your little say in the world, but when push comes to shove, you'll see what like is going to take over. So I kind of like that about you, Ryan. I think that's what you were saying. And if not, I'm just gonna say it is what you were saying because it's our show and I could do that. But
It's eminent domain, man. Kick me out.
Right.
How dare I
Hey.
stay on my own property?
I'm not kicking you out, but I literally have to piss my pants. So I just want to like, so say right now, like where all the audience go catch out your stuff and ride. This is like part one of 9,000.
Yeah,
You're
let's do
coming
it
back
again.
a lot.
Definitely got to come back on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of you guys and the way that you handled the weird and all that. And for anybody out there, please start getting me on podcasts. Let's get me connected, because Billy Carson knows about the Jedi. And so I'm just now recovered from 20 years of murder attempts to where I can sustain my job in this.
Oh,
And
Okay.
I'll drop this. There is a great awakening, and I'm one of the leads on that. I don't expect you to believe that, but if you go through my stuff, and especially watch the video where I hold my hand in a 3,000 degree fire for like 10 seconds without burning, knowing that I'm showing you that to show you what you can do. Please don't
Wait a
ever
second.
underestimate yourself. Yeah,
You
I thought I
back
dropped that in
up.
there casually.
You back
That was the
up
bit.
your shit with
Yeah,
actual proof. Wow. Okay.
that was the video. Tell you what, that was the video link that I sent you. It showed you the spinning, it showed you the angel numbers, but then it showed you a bunch of different looks at me casually hanging out in fire. And the key there is love. I'm an empath, so I get the crowd going and they generate love, and I use that to raise my molecular spin rate to the point where frequency matches fire. And this is something that a lot of people can do. And, it's just, I want to get people excited about, hey, I'm a demigod with a minimum of 12 strand DNA. No matter who you are hearing this, that is you. And if you're seeing any numbers, please connect, because you're some grandiose angel. And I will have the best time proving this all to you using surprisingly hard sciences.
Right. So on a personal level, I might want to talk to you about this on like on a personal level, because everything on the podcast has been like, yeah, cool, audience engaged. But as far as me personally, I feel like I have or been awakened to some of these things you're speaking about, and maybe you could help me clarify, because it's creepy to me to like somebody who's never been in tune with things like at all. I'm not in tune with shit. I don't know if I need to piss, shit or fucking cum. Like I really don't know. But then all of a sudden I'm like,
Two
this
and three,
is
I can feel them from here.
wait,
You
what?
don't need to shit. You don't need to shit. You do have to pee, and you're a week behind on your orgasm. Doctor speaking.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. My ladies will maybe tell you the same thing. But no, I'm being serious. It's like I feel like I'm being
Yeah, absolutely.
awakened. Yeah. It's weird to me because
My
I'm not, but hold on. I'm not like, I'm not into ghosts. I'm not into spiritual things. I'm not into like, the realm of shit that we don't believe in. But like, there's sometimes things hit me where it's like so deep into my core that I'm like, that feels so real. And if I explained it to anybody, they think I'm crazy.
That's what happens. The problem that I've ran into is that this world is so batshit crazy that when I explain the truth, I sound crazy because it sounds crazy. You know, I tell people I don't have any primate DNA and they think that's crazy. And then I run them through the science and then they look at me. The circuit breaker trips in their mind and they trip out and they leave because every brain has a circuit breaker tripwire in it, and when it gets
Yes.
overloaded, it's like a shock mechanism. The body shuts down. If you hit an arm too hard, your arm doesn't work anymore. Same thing happens to the brain, is that we hit that uncanny valley of, like a lot of people are going through that with what they found out about Bush's meal choices on his boats. They're just like,
Right.
and they don't know there's a solution, so it's so scary, so they just shut down, and
Yes.
that's why we have people who still like Hillary Clinton. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's answers
So,
for everything, and if you make up a master list of what you're dealing with, I'll run through that with you, or I'll answer it on a live or something, because the problems and questions you're having, so are a whole bunch of other people in the chat. And this is a service life. Like, this tattoo was in 2005 when I realized my life sucks, my family sucks, this world sucks. I'm going to try to fix it. So I'm here to be of service. So let me know what you need.
I love
The
it, and you're
price will
gonna have
be three. The price will be 3 original dick jokes.
to. Okay, I have no
You can do
problem
that.
handing those over. But like, so what you're offering them? But for real, for what you're
What's that?
offering them, for what you're offering though, like that's serious stuff because um somebody who's me,
Oh,
like I feel like I'm intellectual. Where's no chat. I feel like I'm
that's weird.
intellectual. I feel like I go
Oh,
deep
he's
and
back.
spiritual. He's back. Did you hear anything that I
Ground
said?
control to major.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know what?
Okay,
Good.
well,
This
there
is
we
good.
go.
This is a good spot to end it because there's so much to talk about. We have to have you on again rapidly soon. So I'm gonna check the schedule and I'm gonna send you like 2 to 3 week date, see if it aligns because we have so much more to talk about. And I have to
Mhm.
pee. And I don't want to piss
I do
on this
too.
soundboard. And I might. So Ryan,
I
let
gotta go look
everybody
at my.
know where they can.
I was just gonna say I gotta go look at my penis that doesn't match up to Michelle Obama's, and you just made me relive that trauma.
Well,
My Michelle Obama trauma.
I'll send you my dick pic. It maybe gets like an inch or two above
Oh, I've already
Michelle,
got
but
it. I'm on your OnlyFans. You're not really keeping up with my $20, by the way.
It's the gracious 2 inches,
the
baby.
gracious 2 inches, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it again, and just keep in touch. And everybody in the chat, find me on Facebook. But we're gonna go over to Minds. And just by the way, guys, my wall is like 7,600 amazing people who are all on this same level, and so there's pretty much no question we can't answer as a
Yes.
group, and we need to start building. So, and oh no, they can't kill me. They've tried so hard.
And we wouldn't
So
let
I'm
them.
not going anywhere.
And
They literally can't.
what are you on
My
Facebook,
problems
Ryan?
get hit with like Ryan Rifks, RIF. It's only half as cheesy as it sounds out loud, and so there's just a lot of great people there, and we cover a lot of stuff. And as you can see, like, I'm a motor mouth of useful stuff. Like, you need to know that cholesterol is good for you, and you should be eating more of it. So come on over, join the family, and we're literally going to save the world together. I'm coming out of a very long, dark oppression cycle stronger, and motor mouth is revved up, spinning over 9,000. So we get to have the fun of saving the world together in real time. By the way, last note, the after party here on Earth is going to be the greatest party in the history of ever. Once we get rid of the reptopedios, we literally get to throw there are so many people who would pay you $5 billion for your body. Don't do it. Stay for the party.
Hold on a second. Can you imagine when Earth parties and it's a fucking sex party and there's nobody under 18? We're just all fucking naked, fucking, it's beautiful. There's no pedophilia going on. That could be a real society. But
that's what's coming.
I believe it.
So real quick. So check this out.
Hold on. Can I say one thing? What I don't believe? I don't believe Islamist Muslim people go to heaven and get 72 virgins. Those 72 virgins have their own mind. They don't want to fuck you dirty people is all I'm saying. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. And their prophet had a 3-year-old. Their prophet had a 3-year-old wife. We need to start being honest about things.
Right.
So one of the things with the new social scene is we're going to get past all the Catholic guilt saying sex is bad. It's literally the most healthy thing you can do for your chakras. It is the most fun thing on the planet, and it's very affordable and handy. So we're going to normalize sex, and we're going to have community accountability so that no one's getting hurt, no one's spreading STDs. And actually, with one of my jobs as ground crew lead, I have to ask people to make more love. Let's say this is a copper coil, and this is a magnetic rod. This, you've seen this before, this makes a magnetic field. This makes an electrical field. We have to shift the polarity of the matrix banks to positive energy, and that is the most positive thing possible. So we'll be normalizing that. Everybody will be getting laid more, which means rape goes away. If people want to get paid for it, fuck yeah, your body, none of my business. Go ahead, start up a $15 handy delivery system. I don't, fuck yeah. So yeah, this after party is, we will have literally just not only freed a slave colony, this is the last one. This goes back to the Orion Wars 60,000 something years ago. When we get done here, we're going to wipe it all out, and it's
right. What
that's too. Who's she?
She's just saying. So she, as we were speaking about what you were talking about, she says only in a committed relationship. What do you mean by that? Like only sex in a committed?
If that's her choice, that's her choice. Right. If you want to go to an orgy with 100 people, that's your choice. We're not going to be telling people what they have to do with their bodies anymore. And we're not going to shame the very act that creates life. So we're going to completely rejigger the social dynamics so that everyone is safe and respected and cherished, but also free to do whatever you want, as long, basically the rule is don't hurt anybody else. If you want to do something that doesn't hurt people, go do it. I will support you. It's a free world, free country. You're a sovereign being. If you're not hurting another person, it's none of my business. Like, 2 of my best friends on Facebook are gay. I don't care that they're gay. They're fucking brave alpha males fighting for the children.
Hold on. They're gay or they're Facebook gay? Because you said both things. Gay or Facebook gay?
What is Facebook gay? Is that where you slide into each other's DMs?
They're on Facebook.
What is it, Chad?
He said that they're on Facebook and that they're gay.
So Facebook gay to me, Facebook gay to me is like you're not gay, but you're looking for sympathy gay points.
Or fashion tips. Right, basically, these are actual real life fellatio gays, as far as I know.
Nice.
But the thing is that they're also alpha males who are fighting to save the children. So not only do I not care that they're gay, I've been trying to set them up because, there's not a lot of brave gays out there. There's some really great ones. So we'll have a whole gay scene that I won't go to, but I'll send them, drinks from across the bar. So we're not going to judge anybody for any peaceful choice. Like,
Ryan, and
your body, your world.
We have to end the year because I'm literally going to piss my pants, but what you're saying is 100% correct. Like, just because you're not on board with their sexuality, what the fuck is your opinion on them as a human being? Because I've met so many people that don't want to bang the same chick I am, but they're the same sex I am, and we get along pretty well. Like, we could say like, "Oh, she's cute," and then he judges a man. I'm like, "Yeah, I don't go that way." But like, you could have the same like kind of respect and common thing, and like the fact that people are like 100% against that, I feel like maybe you're that, and you're like scared of being that. Is all I'm saying.
Or they're just pushy. A lot of those out there. So, all right. Before we hit the second coming of the flood in your pants, let's wind this down. Gentlemen, truly a pleasure. And yeah, look forward to doing it again. And Chad, I'll save the drumming story for you, or I'll send it to you, because this one, as far as like receipts and WTF, you're gonna giggle. So thank you, gentlemen, and to everyone in the audience, thank you all. Love you all.
Is it something you want to get out now? Because again, we're definitely going to have you on. Okay, good.
I got a piece too.
To be continued is how we're gonna leave it. Is Ryan's got a secret sauce, and it will only
this is a good one.
Yeah, baby. Ryan, we want to thank you, dude. This has been one of our at least in my eyes, favorite shows, because you had our brains thinking. We got to correspond and give our aspects a little bit. So it's been one of my most favorite shows. We want to thank you for coming on, and yeah, anytime you're ready, man, and we have a clear date, you're in.
Sweet.
Love you. You're in as you're about to go pee.
Yeah, it's coming out, dude. It's coming out. Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.
All right. Beautiful day, y'all.
No, Chad, my God, my bladder almost exploded. Let's bring Bobby on for one last second. Get him ready. He's never ready. He always knows when it is. So I'm going to prolong it as long as I can. The one and only Bobby. I got to pee, Bobby. Yeah, make it quick.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. And the best is yet to come. Like Ryan said, the best is yet to come. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Chad, we can't let him not know that Bobby got Mr. Ryan Riff Parks on the show.
Bobby brought him in. Sweet.
Yeah.
Great guest. Let's do it again.
He brought Flat Earth Dave, another great one. Bobby. So like, keep on this path, dude. I am curious to, talk to these people. So keep it going, man.
I'm glad,
And then also stop sucking dick behind our back is all I'm going to say for the audience.
That doesn't happen.
I had to shut him off just so he had no answer, but he did have one before I could. He's good.
All right.
I really have to pee, Mr. Gracie. So I'm going to go black screen. You take us out.
Peace, everybody.